Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. To those of you who watched the karmic read that I did on Sunday, this is sort of a follow on from that. I've been asked to have a look at how the karmic and the divine masculine actually view the divine feminine at the moment. So I'm going to do this reading in two sections. Let's have a look first at how the karmic sees you. I'm saying you because I'm assuming it's divine feminines who are watching, and then we'll have a quick look at the divine masculine and how he sees the divine feminine in this situation. Okay. I hesitate there because in the next few days I'm going to be doing divine masculine reads and how he feels about the divine feminine. But this is particularly for those that are in a karmic relationship. So let's get started. Let me have a look at how the karmic, please spirit, is feeling towards the divine feminine. Presumably we're looking at the karmics who know about the divine feminine. So, spirit, how does the karmic feel towards the divine feminine, please? What is her attitude? How does she feel towards the divine feminine? Thank you. We have release, refusing to see. That's interesting. Oops. Solar plexus chakra. That's all about emotions. So let's see what else. Rebuild. This is interesting, actually. I expected it to be, in a way, a lot more directly negative. And I know I shouldn't have expectations of a reading because you never know what's going to come up. But what I'm seeing here is that the karmic at the moment is sort of so connected to her current situation and her sort of focus on the divine masculine and, you know, wanting to make sure that her own relationship is protected, that she's released her feelings of concern regarding the divine feminine. Now, that has come as a surprise to me, to be honest. My divine masculine is also in a karmic relationship. So, you know, this comes as a surprise. But for this group of karmics, at the moment, they seem to almost be in denial, almost ignoring the situation with the divine feminine. Because look, even though deep down they may realise that the divine feminine is, you know, a direct... I was going to use the word threat, that's too heavy a word. But some of them will see you as a threat because they know that you have a connection with the divine masculine. But at the moment, they're refusing to see it. It's almost like, you know, they've released any feelings of concern. Maybe they feel that they're at the stage in their relationship with the divine masculine where, you know, the karmic feels that they have control of this situation and therefore they feel that the divine feminine they can let go of. You know, they're refusing to see it. For some others, they will be trying to release the feelings regarding the divine feminine because, you know, they're in denial. They are just in denial because deep down, as I said, they know that there's this connection, but they don't want there to be, really? That wasn't very good English. But anyway, they don't want to see this connection at all. So, you know, it's almost like they're blocking it and they're doing it to protect their own emotions. You know, they're trying to protect this jumble of emotions because remember, especially if you've been watching the karmic reads on a Sunday, you will see that the karmic has been doing everything she can. I'm only using she because that's what sort of rolls off my tongue because it's pertinent to my situation. But, you know, please use that as you will. She's been doing everything she can to try and hold on to the divine masculine. So she's so focused on that she's trying to protect her own emotional well-being. And that is why, you know, you're not figuring in her thoughts much at the moment, divine femmes, because, you know, on the whole, she's refusing to see that you could actually have an impact on her own emotional well-being because at the moment she's trying to rebuild her own relationship. So she's not really thinking about you directly. Yes, you may be a factor, but she's not really thinking about you directly because she's, you know, keeping sort of her own relationship light, in her heart here, and trying to protect her own position here. Let's get some clarifiers. I'm not going to pull any more cards from that deck at the moment because I just want to clarify where we're at here. So why this release? Why is the karmic feeling that they are releasing their feelings over the divine feminine, please, Spirit? Ten of Wands. Interesting. Let's keep going. I'm going to get the 4 cards out and then we'll have a look. Yeah, High Priestess. Interesting. Let's get the other 2, please, Spirit. The 2 of Cups. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Sorry, I'm just smiling to myself because this is really interesting. Yeah. And the Star. Yeah. That sort of makes sense, to be honest. I'm just going to get another one to come with the 10 of Wands. Which one is it, Spirit? This one. Okay. Queen of Swords. Yeah. So in a certain way, the karmic is feeling that, you know, she feels, in some ways, you know, in her conscious mind, she feels that everything's going well for her at the moment, you know. So really, you know, her feelings about you as the divine feminine are insignificant. She's pushed you to the back of her mind, as we've seen in the Refusing to See card. She's pushed you to the back of her mind, and therefore that's enabled her to release you emotionally from her thinking, you know. She feels like she's achieving things quite well and she's taking control of this situation. She's in Queen of Swords energy. So, you know, she's being very logical about things. And she's taking, as we said, she's taking action regarding her own relationship at the moment and taking control of it. Therefore, she feels like she just, you know, she hasn't got the space in her thinking to enable her to concentrate on you at the moment, Divine Femme. But what is interesting is she's refusing to see. There's an I mean, look at this, the High Priestess, okay? The High Priestess, you know, incredibly intuitive, you know, very, very tuned in, really strong emotional, spiritual connections with people. And, you know, she's refusing to see that, you know, there is this spiritual connection between you and the divine masculine. She's just refusing to see it because she's in practical mode at the moment, you know. And she's trying to protect her emotions because she's in 2 of Cups energy. You know, she's feeling the love with her divine masculine, even though we've seen in the karmic reads recently that she knows that the love isn't there anymore, but she's still trying to protect her own emotions in this situation because separating from the divine masculine was the last thing she wanted, you know. So this is why she's basically ignoring, on one level, she's ignoring that you exist at the moment, which is interesting because the last karmic and divine feminine read I did, there was a lot more direct sort of animosity going on, but here it's almost like denial energy. You know, and here we see, we've already said that, you know, she's so focused on her own relationship, she's trying to rebuild her own relationship with the Divine Masculine because she doesn't want to be left out in the cold. Oh, that's a very bright light all of a sudden. There we go. She doesn't want to be left out in the cold. She doesn't want to be the one that is sort of fleeing, or, you know, while her stability is there, you know, and she's not a part of it. She doesn't want that. So she's desperately trying to rebuild her position and her relationship, because here we are with the Star card. She's wanting her wish fulfillment. You know, she entered into this relationship with the Divine Masculine with certain ideas in her mind about how she wanted it to be, how it was going to be forever, how she was going to have financial security, you know, and all those things that the Divine Masculine was offering at that time. You know, it was her wish fulfillment, and this is what she's trying to rebuild. So, you know, there's a lot of denial energy around the karmic at the moment, because although on one hand in the karmic reads that I do on a Sunday, we've been seeing this karmic realizing that she has to let go of the Divine Masculine because emotionally he's cut himself off from her. But on the other hand, she doesn't want to let go of him because in her mind, he's still her wish fulfillment. Which is why she's trying to deal with everything very logically at the moment, because she thinks that's the way that she'll be able to protect her emotions, protect herself from getting hurt. So where you're concerned, you know, she's pushing her thoughts about you to one side and focusing all her energies on the Divine Masculine at the moment. So what will be the outcome of this situation? Oh, thank you. Yeah, you see, here she is again, holding on. Not, you know, she doesn't want to let go of what she's got. So she's holding on really, really tightly here. Yeah. You know, she knows that she has to make some sort of decision, but she's sort of at the moment trying to be happy, trying to focus on, you know, making a good decision for herself. And that's why she's in Queen of Swords energy. She's being very logical about it while she tries to make decisions on how to move forward. Yeah. Because she really doesn't want to let go, as we can see. You know, she's almost accepting. We've seen in the recent karmic reads, if you've not seen them, by the way, check them out. You know, they tend to be on a Sunday, but they are on the channel. I'll put the link to one of them at the end of this video. But, you know, we do see her gradually accepting that she has to let go, but she doesn't want to. She's trying to make a good decision to try and re-engage the Divine Masculine, you know, even now. Yeah, she knows, you see, here we are. She knows which path she's got to walk along. She knows what's going to happen. She knows that, you know, which way this loving relationship, as she sees it, is going. She knows, you know, but she's hesitating because she wants the Two of Cups still with the Divine Masculine. She's trying to protect her emotions, you know. She knows the path. The cat's showing her the path she has to walk down, but she's standing still. She's hesitant. She doesn't want to walk down that path, you know, even though she knows that's what needs to happen in this situation. She knows she's got to move on from, you know, and find a new path, because the Divine Masculine, as we've seen in recent readings, is distancing himself from her emotionally. Yeah, at the moment she's feeling very suspended. She's feeling, well, she's playing for time, I guess, because she is in limbo, you know. She could undo the lock here and she could free herself and she could move forward. She could choose to leave the Divine Masculine, but she doesn't want to, because she wants to hold on to what she's got. You know, she's very fearful at the moment. So in terms of how she's seeing you, Divine Femme, you're really not featuring. She's so focused on what is happening between her and the Divine Masculine that she's really not focused on, you know, what is going to happen with you and the Divine Masculine. She doesn't even want to think about it. That is why she's refusing to see it. Interesting times ahead, I think. But it really, I get this feeling, you know, from the karmic at the moment, that there's this sort of almost like desperate, panicky energy. You know, that's what I'm picking up. And, you know, this is what we're seeing. She's very, very focused on trying to keep things as they are. I'm just clearing these cards up because I'm going to lay a few about the Divine Masculine and how he sees your role at the moment. So let's just see these. That's that. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong deck. I'm obviously due to use those ones. So we'll start with those ones for the Divine Masculine bit. And let's see, how is the Divine Masculine viewing the Divine Feminine when he's in the middle of this situation? This will be interesting, won't it? So let's see. Spirit, how is the Divine Masculine seeing the Divine Feminine at the moment? How is he feeling about her with all that's going on with the karmic? How is he seeing the Divine Feminine, please? What a beautiful start. Look at this. Heart chakra. So he's in his loving energy. Let's see, how else? How else does he feel about the Divine Feminine with all that's going on with the karmic at the moment? Wow. Crown chakra. So yes, this is why we saw the High Priestess in the previous spread, because, you know, this connection with the Divine Feminine is there. It's a spiritual, strong spiritual connection, as we know. It's a twin flame energy. So, you know, he's feeling it in his heart. He's spiritually feeling it. The crown chakra is bringing him. He's getting downloads from spirit all the time regarding this relationship. Sometimes he might not understand it, but he's getting there. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, it's causing him some mental conflict, though, as we can see, because obviously he is trying to sort out matters with the karmic. He is trying to, you know, leave that situation peacefully. But it's not easy because, as we've seen in the karmic reads, there are circumstances that are having to be dealt with that are very tricky. And the karmic is not letting go of the Divine Masculine easily. So, thank you. Yeah, he's trying to make a wise choice. You know, he's trying to do things in the right way. And this isn't a wise choice necessarily between you and the karmic, although, yeah, in some ways it is, I guess. But it's not that straightforward. It's not like, oh, who would I be better off with? He's being pulled towards you, Divine Femme, because that's how he's being guided. But he's being pulled in the 3D by the karmic. And they've just said family. So the karmic's family may be having an input here in terms of putting pressure on the Divine Masculine. So let's just get some clarifiers here. So why do we see heart chakra, please? Why do we see heart chakra from the Divine Masculine towards the Divine Feminine? Yeah, we see Page of Swords. So, you know, he's wanting to have a conversation with you. He's wanting to clear things up. You know, he's wanting to step forward. For some of you, they've just said apology. Some of you may receive an apology. But if there is something to apologise about, obviously. But he wants to have a conversation with you to clear things up, okay? And I do think that he wants to talk to you about, you know, why he hasn't stepped forward and to explain what's been going on. Why do we have crown chakra then, please? What are these messages he's receiving? Whoops-a-daisy. That's just gone straight across the floor. Bear with me, sorry. Let's see what it is. Strength. Yeah. So Spirit are giving him a lot of strength at the moment. Spirit are, you know, giving him that strength to make the wise decisions, to have the courage to move forward, to sort out the business that he's having to sort out at the moment. You know, as we said, if you haven't seen the karmic reads, please check them out on the channel. We've been following the progress over the last few months, and we have seen enormous growth, albeit slow, much slower than the divine feminines would want, but we know we're in divine timing. So, you know, yeah, we have seen progress for the divine masculine. So why is he in mental conflict? What's causing the mental conflict, Spirit, please? What's causing the mental conflict? Yeah, look, he just wants to be happy. He really wants to be happy, you know? And there's another card come out with it as well, a Five of Pentacles. So yeah, he wants to be happy. He wants to bring joy, but he's, you know, and he wants to receive joy as well. He wants to feel in, you know, this happy relationship with the divine femme, you know? But there's a lot of give and take needed, and he knows that, you know, in the past the relationship hasn't been equal, and he knows that he's got to level this out. He knows he's got to be more giving in this relationship. You know, it may have felt a bit one-sided to you, divine femmes, especially, as I say, because he's in a karmic relationship, and he knows that he has to level this out. This is what he wants to talk to you about. It's all part of that conversation, because he knows that by, you know, giving and taking, that's what's going to bring the happiness, you know? For some of the divine masculines, he knows, he's acknowledging that he knows you're a very giving person as well. And he knows he hasn't treated you properly, and he wants to put this right. He wants to bring this happiness into your life, divine femme. So what is this choice he's trying to make, Spirit, please? I missed it. Sorry, Spirit. Thank you. Yeah, here we go, choices, you know. He's trying to hold on to what is good. He's trying to hold on to you. He knows that he may have lots of options. There may be other people around him. You know, he's trying to make a choice. I mean, that is the perfect card to go with the Choose Wisely card, because this is about him, you know, having the strength to make this choice. Can we have another card with the Seven of Wands, please? Thank you. There's two. Which one? Page of Cups, yeah. He wants to be able to come forward, you know, and send you at least a loving message, okay? So not only does he want to clear things up and have this clear conversation with you, but he feels a bit sort of, he may feel a little bit intimidated in coming forward. He may not know how he's going to be received, but he wants to come forward with some sort of loving message. He wants to approach you, and he wants to clear things up. And he's choosing at the moment the best way of doing that. And, you know, you may say, well, he's been doing that, SJ, for a very long time. And yes, he has. But remember, he's dealing with all the karmic stuff in the background. And, you know, that the karmic is very, very focused on what she or he wants. So, you know, him having the clarity in his head has taken a while, but Spirit are giving him the strength to do that, the strength to move forward. So let's see what the outcome of this situation is going to be between the divine, this has just fallen out the pack, and I'm going to take this because it felt like an add-on message to this. This is about devious behavior, things that are a bit underhand, and it may be that he's trying to message you in some way, but because the karmic is maybe watching his every move, or, you know, having a lot of influence, or, you know, monitoring you on social media sometimes, you know, she's maybe not doing this at the moment because she's preoccupied with her own issues, but it may be that he's going to try and message you in a bit of an unusual way, you know? So he may contact you via a ghost account on social media. He may leave an anonymous message somewhere for you. You know, there just seems to be somehow this message is going to come through in quite a hidden manner. They've just said hidden, and that's because he doesn't want the karmic to know about it. So there is that deviousness there, but it's the only way he can see to sort of step towards you at the moment. Thank you. Oh, yeah, look. Celebrations. He wants to be able to celebrate with you. It may be, for some of you, it may be that, you know, you bump into him or you're invited to a party. It may be that the Divine Masculine is asking friends to invite you to a party, and that may be why it seems underhand, because he's encouraging, you know, obviously we can't party at the moment. Well, we certainly can't in England, but you may be able to where you are. It's he may be encouraging a friend to invite you somewhere so that you by chance bump into each other, when in actual fact he's planned it, you know. That could be why we're seeing the Seven of Swords. Okay. So, yeah, he definitely wants to balance out this situation. You know, he knows that things have been tough. He's been struggling with this issue for a while, and now he's trying to get a sense of balance back into his life. So, you know, he needs to do that before he can come towards you, because you don't want a Divine Masculine that's in a mess and all over the place, you know. You don't deserve that, Divine Femme. So what else? What else is the outcome from this situation for the Divine Feminine from the Divine Masculine? I keep dropping all the cards, which isn't a good sign. They want me to take this. Yeah, so there's community celebrations as well. Now, this is interesting because, you know, in a lot of the readings recently regarding the Divine Masculine, we've been seeing friends and colleagues of his helping him out. So, as I said, it could be that he's going to use friends and colleagues to approach you in some way, to sort of orchestrate this meeting or a passing on of a message maybe. You may hear some news about him or a message from him via a friend of his, for example. So, what else? How is this? Thank you. Yeah. Because he wants to bring about change, you know? He wants to change this situation for the better, and, you know, he's going to use whatever methods he can to bring that about, even though he's still dealing with this karmic situation, and that is a time-consuming situation that he's in. Yeah, again, he's being very logical. So it's interesting this, because we had the Karmic in the Queen of Swords energy. We now have the Divine Masculine in King of Swords energy. So he's trying to work it all out. He's trying to be very logical about everything at the moment. And again, here we have him feeling strong. So, you know, he is feeling a lot stronger about making this move, making this plan. And I do feel it's more about a plan at the moment. It's about him working out how he approaches you and how he can pull this off without dragging you, Divine Femmes, into a situation with the karmic, because that isn't going to do anybody any good, you know? So let's just get a couple of... oops, I nearly burnt myself on the candle. Let's just get a couple of romance angels. Is it Romance Angel? I get all the card decks muddled up in their names. But anyway, let's get a couple of these. Just the Romance Angels, I'm sure. Message for the Divine Feminine, please, Spirit. Okay, so it said financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So it may be that the Divine Masculine is concentrating on sorting out financial issues with the karmic. They could share a house together. There may be children. You know, it may be that their career has been affected because of the pandemic. Whichever way it is, it's, you know, looks like things are being held up because of an issue with finance. He also may want to only step towards you when he feels financially stable, because he wants to bring in, you know, a good offer for you. We don't have the Knight of Pentacles here, which sort of talks about a solid long-term offer. We don't have that at the moment. He's still in page energy, but he wants to clear things up and he wants to approach you in a loving way, message you. So, you know, it could be that at the moment he doesn't feel able to step forward because he's got these financial issues to sort out. But look, this situation involves marriage. Some of you may have a karmic who is married to your divine masculine. That may be the issue here, and maybe that's why there's financial issues, because if they separate, they've got to, you know, do everything formally with financial agreements and settlements, etc., etc. So it could be that. For others of you, it could be that he wants to be in a strong financial position in order to step forward because he knows you're his forever person, Divine Femme. What else, please? Yeah, look, heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And this is what I said. We had the heart chakra card where all the love is. We had him in Page of Swords energy where he wants to have this clear, honest discussion with you. And this is what Spirit are saying is needing to happen. This is what is going to happen. These heart-to-heart conversations are on their way, Divine Femmes. So, you know, spend some time at the moment. They've just said one more. Spend some time at the moment really thinking about what it is you want out of this situation. Yeah, look, we have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So we know there's this chemistry. The divine masculine feels it. You know, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of timing, as always. But at least we have at the moment the divine masculine with all the best intentions and plans to move forward in some sort of way that you're perhaps not expecting. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed that. I didn't make it mega long because, yeah, I just wanted to have a look at how the karmic situation was, and I found that really interesting actually, because it was different to what I was anticipating. So we never know with tarot. We have to just be guided. Let me know how you feel about it. Please drop us a comment down below. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you haven't done already. And, you know, in a couple of days, I'll be doing the Divine Masculine read in more detail, how he feels about the Divine Feminine. So look out for that, everybody. Okay, take care. Thanks for joining me and speak to you soon. Bye.